has just begun. The choices he has made, his bed is already laid, 'cause he's a dead man walking.
That escalated quickly.
Oh yeah. So at least you got the truck back. You got the fuel. We have an extra weapon. Everything's looking pretty okay right now. And if we want to just go ahead, try set out and see if we can actually get to the spaceport, now's probably the time. We know the route we can take. We can go ahead and take the alternate way around, which is higher ground and is probably not as flooded, and see if we can do it.
Sounds good. Conrad will sit up front this time.
Before we leave, I want to talk to one of the guards.
Hey.
Hey, can I borrow that gun?
No?
Quit harassing them, Max.
I heard you went to the seminar. Not the same seminar?
It's not the give you my gun seminar. That was a different one.
Was it not the helping people in need seminar?
Nope.
Not the empowering the people seminar?
Oh, that is one I did go to.
Yeah, well, helping the people was part of that seminar.
I'm
We're
sorry.
about to head off.
I can't just give up my gun.
Conrad kind of
Well,
pats
what
the
about-
guy on the back and is like, "Hey, man, we're about to go save the people at the spaceport all by ourselves, and it would be really nice if you could give us that gun and help us out."
What am I supposed to fight for the people with then?
This is a whole new cause for you. We're gonna go save the people at the spaceport who have been environmentally harmed.
I'm not all about the environment.
You don't know what could be out there.
Climate change is false.
Well, I feel less bad about this guy dying.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do next? Evolve another gun so I can give you one?
I don't like this guard very much.
Yeah, I mean, apparently I didn't
He's
notice
done
the
with
red.
your shit, that's why.
He's
I
the
didn't
worst
notice
one.
the red Trump 30-12-10 on his head.
Alright. So,
So
these
with
two...
that, you guys, is that all you want to ask the guards, or do you guys want to?
When we get to the spaceport, we'll let the dying people know what you thought of them. So.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Say hi to my mom.
Will do.
So you guys
Go ahead.
get back into the truck, and you guys are gonna just drive away from the situation.
I think so. Without
Alright.
Xander going let's become full-on rebels, I think the brightest idea for us is still to get off planet. We got our money. Time to get out. So yeah. We're back to driving.
All right. So you, as soon as you get on the road, you see a small scene where you see several people wearing the same fatigues as Conrad are lying dead on the ground, and it looks like there was a little scuffle. You see like weapons lying discarded and several small explosions. There's almost like a little battle scene as you leave the property.
Oh, there was a firefight somewhere.
Yep, and so you keep going a little bit, and you start getting away, and you see another group of similar fatigue, several rebels, like kind of set up on the side of the road in like an observation post, watching, and you pass them by, and you make it to the bridge unharmed. You see most of the vehicles on that first day, they were kind of strewn around everywhere, but most of them at this point have been divided to the sides of the road.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys make it to the bridge without many incident, aside from seeing several groups of rebels making their way. So you turn down and you're making your way to do this upper route over the mountain.
Yeah, I think that'll probably be intact, so let's see it.
Yep.
All right. So you come down and start climbing up that side of the mountain to go over the peak. It takes about an hour to reach that point and cross over. And you do, and you look out over the other side, and where there used to be tons of forest and swamp, the swamp is all overflown with water. So let me draw a I'll draw a yellow line. You see that it looks like the shore has risen up to about right there. And that's what you can see from am I on the right.
You
Oh,
might be
I
on the
am on
wrong
the
layer.
wrong. I'm on the wrong layer. Boop.
Hey.
So you see water has the water level has risen at least and is covering much of what's in front of you.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like
Although
we could take the road the whole way there, but maybe we can
oh,
still... Whoop, okay. Yeah, but maybe we can still, like, cut out and try to get, like, up to here and see if we can sort of do that.
yeah, that's totally possible. Start off-roading. So you drive around and you reach that point where the water level has risen, and you turn and start dr- driving through what the slopes that you can. Make a piloting check.
Alright. This is what I'm here for. 2.
So you manage to navigate your way through these ravines and kind of this cross-crunchy route without damaging your vehicle enough that you might have gotten broken down. And you reach the other side, and you look down and you see the city is mostly intact. At least you remember you had to go down a level to get into the industrial areas, the warehouse districts.
Mm-hmm.
That lower area has been flooded, but the upper city and the spaceport, most importantly, look to be maintained on this higher level of the bluff. The roads here are mostly uh, overflown, so the roads coming down from the bluff just kind of end in the water, and you can see the highways kind of running into it. From here, you've got water separating you. It looks like the water might have, let me draw again. Looks like the water might have flown up this kind of gully. So it looks like something like that has happened.
Yeah. Well, they get their
So you,
half the island, I guess.
so your easiest route might be either to go across the water or to somehow like track down to here, then cross over.
Yeah.
Right, so ultimately, yeah, there's no way we're gonna cross that river. We do have to just go all the way around.
Yeah, we'll have to
Which,
drive around.
would at least put us next to Omar in the process, and maybe they're okay, question mark. So we can learn that. That's probably gonna be another several hours right there, too.
Yeah. So are you guys wanting to stop by Umar, or do you guys want to go to this just straight?
Yeah, let's stop by Umar.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and keep the car for as long as possible, it seems to be the case. No one wants to go swimming.
So you guys start like kind of clipping around in it, driving through the night, I guess, and pushing on. It gets to be about uh, early the next afternoon when you start to get to Umar. You've driven through most of the morning. Um, and you start rising up that bluff around. It's been a long journey of driving down like random dirt roads and looking at your map for, oh, this looks like it could be a road, and like old mining gullies and logging roads. But you've made it with almost without seeing a soul. Once you got towards the road section again, you saw more rebels, but
Hmm.
it's almost been like every once in a while you see a house or a group of houses up on the up some of these gullies you're passing by, but no one immediately close to you guys.
Okay. So.
So, Umar,
Mhm.
you guys are driving up to Umar, and you can see that it appears to be all around it. You can see there's like military units like on patrol around the outside of Umar. Like, there's a line of cars outside, especially on the road leading. Well, I guess you aren't even on the road, so you first see kind of this group of men on patrol around the town. Maybe you see them kind of posted up on a hill watching,
Mhm.
and you spot them before you've reached Umar. What would you like to do?
Right. Idea here is to not get shot, but if I recall, one of the laws of the land was no guns. I can still kind of hide mine like in my jacket or whatever, but you have an assault rifle. Leave that in the back, and why don't you two actually come up front for a little bit, and we'll see if we can talk our way around all this. Uh, so if they have checkpoints set up, and it looks like they're guarding those, breaking past it is probably going to draw their attention. So I'm going to try swooping towards the road, then taking the checkpoint, rather than doing something that'll get us killed.
Okay. So you make that kind of swooping motion, and it looks like you've been spotted, but there's no alarm is raised as you make your way cross country and to that road
Mm-hmm.
where you're correct, there is a checkpoint. And you see these men are not dressed like rebels. These men look like uh, they've got a little. You saw the police officers when you guys had your little parking incident, and so you see these men have um, you know a military upgrade from that, and they hail you and they what what's going on? Uh, you're I mean, how can we help you? Welcome to Umar.
Hey, thanks for the welcome. I'm just looking to get to the spaceport. Took us a while to get around here with all the roads like this. As soon as I saw you guys, I figured I'd come by a checkpoint and show you we're all good. We're just looking to head out, if possible.
Well, the spaceport's going to be straight down that way, and then there'll be a fork, and you'll head back towards Rogan. There's no spaceport here.
There isn't? What happened? Oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
You guys are at Umar.
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought we were like, way closer to our destination to go. It's like, oh, yeah. Well, we had to get back on the road first. We had to off-road it all the way around just to get here. But yeah, thanks for the heads up. If we can just take that road, if you know it's clear, we can take that and we'll just be safe the whole rest of the way. Really appreciate everything you're doing out here. I got the party pin and everything.
Well, thank you. Uh, yeah, just straight down that way and up to Rogan. Uh, good luck, sir.
All right. So I'll go ahead and I'll drive on now that I check out.
So you guys make your way down this road and driving back to Rogan. And it is as you get closer to Rogan, the road starts swelling with refugees both going towards the city and fleeing it. Kind of there's a large group of people
Mm-hmm.
coming in both directions. It slows down your traffic just a little bit, but um, you see you see several like military vehicles parked along the side and soldiers wearing the uniforms that you just saw start to make their way like as you get closer and closer to the city, and at a certain point you actually end up having to abandon your truck just because there's so many people out on the streets and panicking.
Which
um,
then comes to an important point with Conrad then.
what
Conrad,
what
you're still wearing fatigues, aren't you? Did you ever change back?
He brought the suit with him. He would never leave
Okay.
his suit behind.
What are you gonna do with the assault rifle on a planet where guns are banned?
Assuming we have the assault rifle hidden in the back somewhere, maybe in a.
We're not taking the truck anymore, so do you have a bag?
Uh, uh, can he like swaddle it in the fatigues?
So you're wrapping the weapon in the clothing,
Yeah,
and then just holding it.
like a baby. Yeah.
I'm sure with all these
Okay.
cars on the side of the road, there's at least one backpack somewhere. Maybe you could disassemble it and throw it in.
That's true.
Slide it down with your pant legs and just walk stiff-legged the whole way.
Is that an AK, or are you just happy to see me? So dumb.
Okay, yeah. So that's a pretty good idea. Conrad's gonna run over to one of the cars nearby and look inside the window.
All right. Make a do. Make a make an observation check.
Oof.
So you're looking through the nearby vehicles, and you're not seeing any bags the size that you'd need. All it is those those athletic little draw bags that every soccer player has.
All right.
Actually, that's actually really appropriate.
What
That
would
could be
the
appropriate.
skill
If
be?
they,
You
yeah,
still
go
have to
for it, go for it.
disassemble the gun, but
See, what would the skill be to disassemble and reassemble a firearm?
Would that be
basic
combat?
maintenance.
We'll say that would be I don't want to say it's either heavy machinery or like a ranged combat role, but ranged combat is multi-hit.
I'd honestly say probably just range combat for dealing with guns. You've trained enough with them. That makes the most sense,
Range combat.
honestly.
That's what I would say. Make a ranged combat roll.
I could do it for you if you want. Nah, you got it. You actually
so
know what you're
There we
doing.
go.
You did manage to find a weapon that can disassemble enough to get in this small bag.
Cool. Conrad stuffs the bag with the parts.
Yeah, just don't
It's-
swing it at a wall or anything, or smash anything. It won't go back together afterwards.
I say do that movie trope where you make each part of it like part of the outfit that you're wearing, so that when you get captured, you put it back together again. Oh, here's a cut from my belt. Here's the watch that I was wearing.
Ah, yes, these decorative bullets all over you.
My belt is actually hollow and is the barrel.
Morphing.
Ah, at least you got a mission accomplished there.
Conrad, form of weapon.
Hey, no one else has found a weapon.
You mean other than
I found plenty of weapons. I've had a whole room of
Oh
weapons.
yeah.
Alright, but we shouldn't have to shoot our way in or anything. We're still
Yeah,
basically marching up the road.
So you're moving yourself through the crowds, and you see the spaceport is guarded by those same military types, like keeping back some of the masses. It looks like the men that you see look tired and haggard, and like they've already been through a lot as they're standing on watch.
Does it look like they're letting anyone in at all, or turning everyone away, or what?
Mainly turning people away, but here and there maybe you see someone enter.
Conrad, you took at least a corporate executive seminar, right? You know how to bribe people.
Conrad could try.
Well, if it comes down to it, you have my wall behind it, but let's see if we can get in first. So we're gonna try, like, advancing upwards, I think is gonna be the plan here.
So you make your way towards the towards the group, and two of the guards stop you, and they say, "Sorry, there's no admittance to the spaceport."
Look, we're on contract. We gotta get out. We gotta get to the spaceport. We gotta get to our ship. We already have a licensed vehicle docked there. And we gotta take it out to keep fulfilling contracts for this colony.
They look at each other. Do you have your ship information?
Conrad presents the ship information.
All right. So Conrad, you have like your docking information and your essentially like your parking ticket, and you hand it to him, and he kind of looks it over. Go on in then.
Thank you.
And they let you in and up where you're let into a room where there's another man who kind of examines it again, double checks all your IDs and say, we apologize for what's happened on. We apologize for what happened on this while you were visiting.
No need
It's
to
not every.
apologize for a force of nature.
Thank you, thank you. We hope you continue to bring your trade here. There will be a shuttle to come down and get you by this evening.
Well, looks like you guys will need someone to get things back up and running. So hopefully I'll be able to help. All right.
Awesome. So they arrange this shuttle for you guys, and you guys kind of wait, and a shuttle comes down from spaceport to pick you guys up.
All right. We did it, everybody.
You
Get
guys all
outta
load
here.
up and fly up to the spaceport, leaving that chaos behind. As you're flying up from above, you can see that the island does look much smaller than when you had first flown down.
Mhm.
You see definitely smoke rising from several different spots on the island, and you guys reach the spaceport. It opens up, and you guys are let in. And as you're coming in, like you're kind of coming out of the docks, with everyone else, they've shuttled up. Maybe they've made a few stops, and as you get out, you see that old Texan,
Yeah, there he is.
Nikosian,
Here he is.
sitting in the lobby, and he's like kind of sitting there watching everyone come up, and oh, I'm glad to see y'all survived.
Oh, looks like you're in good spirits, and I can imagine why. But I can tell
Uh,
you we got a job well done. And just in time, too, apparently.
Delightful, delightful. I'm glad we could do good business down there. Everything went smoothly.
Absolutely. Perfect pickup, perfect delivery. And at this point, I don't think that's anyone's concern anymore, either.
And about what you picked up for me. He gestures, holds out a hand.
And I'm just gonna, like, put my hands on my hips and sigh a little bit. Well, you got me there, and I will go ahead and pull out his part, and I'll put the check out on the table. I am
He like
looking for
sees
a
it's
cut
out of
of
the
that.
bag. He sees it's out of the bag and quickly like pockets it. Now, thank you very much. You did a wonderful job. I hope that nasty business with that meteorite does not discourage you from future accommodations and future contracts.
Well, I mean, unless you sent the meteor down just to spite us, I don't think we have much of a problem with that, but I'm just
uh,
glad we got out without anyone being hurt.
I'm glad too. Well, I know how to contact you, and if I need you, then I shall get in touch. Will you mainly be in the capo system?
Well, I'm thinking about it right now. I'm gonna need to make a little bit of a decision on that if I'm... I think I could probably safely fly home at this point. But I probably do need to get some repairs done first. It's hard to say. Be nice if I could have a little bit of a loan.
Oh, yes, yes. It's great to have an infusement of cash in any new investment, especially an investment like this ship of yours, or the investment I made in your friends and getting them out of jail.
Of course. You're making investments all over the place, and looks like they're just paying out dime after dime for you. But
They are indeed.
if I can get back safely to my colony, you can hit me up there. But if you can make sure I get back there safely, then I know for sure we're gonna be doing business.
Excuse me. Given the strife we just went through with the meteor, don't you think maybe we deserve a little bit more payment?
Now that is an interesting proposition you make there.
I mean, we certainly weren't expecting to risk our lives to the point of dying in a meteor storm. So
From what you've told me, you dropped off the cargo before the medium storm. Is that correct?
but you should have known that we'd be coming back here to get our ship.
You
Oh,
wouldn't
that
have
is
gotten the
true.
money without us, honestly.
Yeah, we would have never made it back. In fact, we would have taken your money.
And I would have had a ship.
True.
New Island life, 500,000. I think I could probably have
Roll,
settled for that, but
roll an opposed manipulation check.
I mean, the ship wasn't collateral, was it? You can't just steal someone else's property because they didn't come back.
I think you're underestimating this person. He can do whatever he damn well pleases, as you've seen.
I haven't seen it hide nor hair of him. The thing I've done is question why he hired an 11-year-old boy to do a job.
So that I do it.
I couldn't find his sheet for a hot second.
Dang.
Oh, Jesus. Wow, that he really popped off. So, in addition to this, he knocks you prone, he steals your gun, and he wrong stunt.
Reassembles it
Wrong
in the
stunt.
process.
I won't barter with you. Punches you in the knee, grapples you. No.
Connor's just like, damn.
Just the hard no.
So he
Sorry,
kind of
man.
he takes it and he's shuffled it away and he says, "I thank you for what you've done, and while I typically do employ hazard pay, that is an arrangement for before and not after. I thank you for what you've done, and I'm sure to think of you next time I need any assistance."
Conrad just mutters under his breath, son of a bitch.
Well, here's hoping we can get back home safely. And I know maybe you're not willing to forward any of that money, but you've been up here for a while. Don't suppose maybe you've happened to have heard of any scrap we could go scrounge up ourselves?
Any scrap?
Yeah, any
I don't
recent
hear that
derelicts
sort
out
of.
there?
I don't hear that sort of things, unfortunately.
Well, what a shame. If you could always point us in the right direction, maybe at least we'll get home.
There's always scrap out near the frontiers. Seems like those belts are filled with bandits and wrecked holes. Try there.
Well, suppose at least that's a destination then.
Search the outer rim.
Alright.
I wish you luck.
And you as well, comrade. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Alright.
So you guys can now board your ship. What would you like to do?
Well, let's take a look at the ship. He's gonna go back over the damage here. We've got our minor reactor leak, so, a shift of radiation. We still don't have a shuttle of our own, and that's gonna take, quite a long while. The intercom's damaged, the coffee maker's down, and, we can't use the hangar anyway, even if we did have a shuttle. We need a lot of heavy machinery. We probably want extra heavy machinery and extra computer parts just to make repairs for anything that happens. We got a
All right,
lot of
Conrad, back down to level 2.
Yeah.
We got another player.
Who do we raid now?
Technically, he's already paid for our way here for like several more days. We could go ahead and chill out for a little bit, and I could send a message back to the colony and say, we've managed to work around a few different things. We're in poor repair still, but if you think that there's a chance that we can repair back at home, I will attempt to make the journey. And so I'm going to look and see what our colony thinks that either A, head back as soon as possible and we'll try to repair it there, or B, I'll stick it out here and see what I can do. In the meanwhile, Conrad can try to see if they learned anything about, like, places that have been recently abandoned that we can go to in the frontier and scrap up a little bit.
All right.
All right. So Conrad's gonna take Max back with him.
There goes trouble.
We're gonna go ask people. So right now we're docked at the spaceport.
That's correct.
Let's see. Can we get out without like a bunch of security to go speak to people?
It's
We
not
gotta,
it's not as much spaceport. It is more like just a small docking area.
All right. So I guess we'll have to go talk to
Sorry,
the guard.
Max has something to say.
we have to disguise ourselves because remember we are homebound to this ship. We can't get off the ship.
It's true.
Do technically have the
Um,
fake IDs now, but if you're
We have
going
a
to
lot
do
of-
the legal quote-unquote one, then you're the prisoners.
Yeah, so we have to disguise ourselves. So now we're finding another way off the space station.
It's also not the same one we were at before, so.
Oh, is it not? Okay.
Yeah,
never
no,
mind.
this is
No,
the one
this-
in
no,
That
Orange
was
of the
my
Planet, and the other one was Nostradamus, I think.
Yep. This one is a little bit more. It's much more primitive than that last one. It mainly just handles, like it's mainly just a dock for ships while their crews are down on the main island.
I imagine there's
Ooh,
probably still at least some area for people to mill about if everyone is milling about. We had a whole
Yeah.
Never mind.
conversation
I
too.
could
So.
hear that.
It's
mean,
more
there's
like a
gotta be
truck
people.
stop than
Exactly.
like a.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's got to be some people looking out. So Conrad's off the ship. He's on the port looking. Does he see anybody?
What do you mean? See anybody?
Does Conrad see anybody out milling around by the ship?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few folks, like not specifically outside your ship, but there's a few people kind of like in these waiting areas looking down on the planet or like kind of talking, using the facilities.
Okay. Hmm. Conrad approaches them.
They look at you.
I figure this is more like an extended check, but yeah, go ahead.
What are you doing?
Conrad says, "Hey, we're looking for a place to find ship parts. Anywhere abandoned or anywhere you think we could find something like
Rumors in the frontier is what you're looking for.
that?" Yes.
They look at each other. We mainly do cargo hauling between the UPP planets. I'm sorry, I don't know. I haven't heard of any of our lost vessels recently.
And even if you did know, you probably wouldn't tell me, would you?
It's a valuable job scrapping.
Yeah. That definitely makes me think that you know something.
Well, I know some things for some people. This is information that can make a lot of people rich.
Hold on. I got an idea. I'm gonna walk in with an obvious limp, and I'm gonna say, "Daddy, Mama's still sick. She says she can't get up. I don't know that we can afford the money for the medicine she needs."
Conrad leans down and says, "Look, son, even if your mom dies, I'll always love you."
I just don't know what we're gonna do. Not after little Fluffy died in the airlock disaster.
I want Max to make a manipulation check with a +1 from Conrad's aid.
Okay.
So the two guys you're talking to look at each other and we're sorry about your losses, sir. We hope your family recovers. Sorry to hear about Fluffy. Sorry. Good luck. And they like kind of turn away and head back. Looks like they head back to one of the airlocks.
Well, that didn't work.
Well, seems like they're they failed their grift, at least for today. But I imagine they're probably gonna like hang out because we're gonna have to wait a couple days for the message to get back anyway.
So you guys hang around this just kind of on your ship for the next few days,
Wait,
and
wait, wait. One more idea. One more
yeah,
idea. Conrad, how are you at cards?
Conrad's pretty good at cards, mostly from his drinking days.
You think we could scam somebody out of their ship in a card game?
Oh no.
Hmm.
I mean, we have collateral, and that our piece of shit probably looks better on the outside than the inside.
We don't even know we're missing the coffee maker.
I don't know, man. I think we should get back to the ship.
All right, Conrad, I thought you were okay.
You're my butt.
okay. So you guys go back to the ship. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I'm dragging Max back to the ship.
How much food and water did you guys buy last time? You guys didn't update it on the sheet, so I'm gonna update it now.
Oh, I thought we did update it.
Well, I'm seeing 3 units and 1 unit.
I thought you were keeping track. You
Must
are
have disappeared.
the
It
ship.
sounded like 10 and 10 last time, from what I remember.
You are the
It
ship.
was like
I'm part
10
of the ship, part of the
waters,
crew.
5 of the drink things, and then 5 of
I
regular
have
meals.
1 can of soda.
Yeah, so how many units was it? I think it ended up being 10 and 10.
I believe
Yeah, so I'd say about 13 and 11.
Yeah, so
And
I'm
then
gonna go
we
ahead and
used
mark that
some-
up.
Then we used some on the way here. Not the water, but the food, though. Because remember, you
Yeah.
decided to get all hungry and stuff. Specifically, you.
Just you
Look,
just
hey,
eating all the food.
I did portion it out properly. I just ate all of it.
Yeah, this
At
is
least when
everyone's
you eat.
rations. Everyone's rations for the week. Well, they didn't eat it, so I already
But-
portioned it out.
But the good news is that so far we do have the cryopods up, so if we do go anywhere, we can still sleep our way there.
That's all you care about.
Okay.
So 3 days later, you get a message. Ding! You received a message from the colony, which says it mainly says we have minor some repair equipment, but you know they repeat that they spent most of their money on bidding for the ship. They don't have a lot of spare equipment laying around.
All right.
They mention some like damaged. There are some damaged satellites in system that they have. He says maybe talk to the mining rep, the colony mining rep. He might know of some old ships in the area, old abandoned expeditions.
Okay, so maybe we could actually head back to our system then and try checking those out. That actually seems like a pretty good idea. Only one problem is, of course, well, no, I guess we could dock with the shuttle. Or we have like an orbital station too, right?
On your planet,
Yeah.
your colony does have a shuttle, and it's got you can dock with any of the unmanned stations as well, in orbit.
Yeah, so we can get to and from the planet at least.
That's
Okay.
true.
So I think it's probably time we go ahead and try to head home for now.
All right, so let's go back to the old star map here.
Zoom out a little bit. Hey, there we go.
All right, so you guys are here in Rousian. Are you planning on going straight to the Capo system or to Nostromo Station first?
Well, I don't think there's anything really waiting for us on Nostromo Station, unfortunately.
No. So yeah, you can either go straight or you can try to just jump from planet to planet.
I suppose going straight probably makes the most sense. We can have the shortest distance there, and we'll get there and we'll start doing stuff.
All right, so you input your your sleeps, your destination, and take off. Who is going to be doing the weekly repairs?
It looks like me. I'm so good at doing repairs, and I can still go ahead and take the other, still take the equipment.
All right.
But I guess
So
it's
it's
just
just
gonna
going to
be
be
me
you
doing
and
the
Mother.
checks. Xander's gonna be heavy
Okay.
sleeping, I guess.
So this looks like it's going to be about an additional, almost additional half parsec. So your typical parsec travel time is 20 days. So this will take you 30 days to get to Capo system. So you're going to need 4 checks.
Okay.
So the first time, I need everyone to first roll d6s for your chance to go space crazy.
Hey, Max
High
is
or
already
low?
crazy.
You want to get high or you want to get low. If high means you're starting to go a little bonkers.
Right.
So the first week passes by, and I need to have a comm check from Mother and a heavy machinery check from you.
Alright, so let's start with the comm check. And I'm gonna add 1 because I have an equipment, and I'll add 1 to the other one for equipment too. So, comm check. Not looking great. No successes.
Oh, I thought Mother was doing the counter check and you were doing the heavy machinery.
I'm technically a little bit better than Mother, which is why I'm doing
Ah,
both.
Really? That's kind of tough to get to space crazy.
And then heavy machinery if nothing happens off that. 1 success on heavy machinery.
so you succeed in doing the repairs, the repairs on the heavy machinery. However, you do have a comm check failure. So let me see what happens. So I'll get a result that is a let's see 3d6 or no, it's a 6d66. So 42. Your hanger is already damaged, and that
Yep.
wouldn't make sense. 61. Your sensors start malfunctioning. So you're going to have a -2. All Comtech rolls using the ship sensors get a -2.
Okay, I'll go ahead and make that. Sensor malfunction. All ship sensor checks at -2. There we go. Alright.
All right. So another week goes by. Another half another week goes by. So I need you to check again for Comtech and heavy machinery.
Okay, let's do D6 first. Not crazy. Comtech.
Oh, we're making the D6 rolls now,
Much
too.
better this
Oh yeah, a
time.
D6 roll to see if you're crazy, Conrad.
Again? Alright.
Yep. All right, so you're good, and then a third week goes by.
Craziness
So
check.
another craziness check. Or no, sorry. The craziness check will only happen for a number of days of FTL checks. So you actually don't have to make a crazy check every week. You just have to make the repair rolls every week. So only that the first crazy check actually had to happen.
Sweet. Okay. So
So you have
here's
to make like basically every 3 with your current ship, every 3 repair checks will have to have a crazy check.
okay.
And
So
you make those, yeah.
here's the third check. Got success on each of them.
Yeah, so when you're taking out, leaving the Rousian system, maybe you start getting sensor malfunctions, but you're making it most of the way there. And you're flying across space, and you're waking up, and your ship is holding together, and you're holding steady. And then you get alert. You're in the middle of cryo sleep, there, Jimmy. You hear you feel it wake up, and you hear an alert like as you're stumbling out and kind of coughing. You hear an alert from Mother. Jimmy, we have picked up a distress signal.
Yeah, and I'm heading over to like the panel because the intercom's broken. So I head on over and like check it out. All right, Mother, report. What have we got on the signal?
Now, I don't know if this is a sensor malfunction, similar to the ones that we had before, but I'm detecting a distress signal coming from nearby. It is very weak. I did not stop the ship because I did not know if it was a sensor malfunction. Legally, I have to at least slow the ship and alert the captain.
All right, go ahead and continue slowing the ship. Reset course. We'll go ahead and get closer. Uh, Go ahead and show me where we are in the sector right now. And I
You
imagine we're
guys,
probably like not near a system or anything.
no, not at all. You guys are kind of still you're close to Capo's system, maybe 5, 6 days out.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so I'll go ahead. I'll head up to the pilot's seat, and I'm just gonna go ahead and kick back a little bit. Wait till we get closer and see if the sensors pick it up clearer.
The sensors are still you're the you're still getting a signal that there is like you wait a little bit and you double check and you try to tune what you can. You're still picking up a distress signal. You can attempt a comm check to pick up if there's any message in it, but you're at a -2 because you're damaged sensors.
Okay, so I'm gonna end up having a net 3. I think like the device I was using for the maintenance checks doesn't apply to this, so I'm not adding that.
Okay.
But that is a success.
So you start picking it up and you sort through kind of all the chaos and you don't think that this is a fake signal. The signal doesn't have any. It's got information about the name of the ship, but aside from that, it doesn't seem to have any. It seems to be a standard emergency evacuation vehicle distress signal.
Right.
One of the very basic ones from probably an EEV1.
So no one's had time to like set a signal or anything. Well, I imagine that probably means they're all dead, which is great for us. Take us in, Mother.
All right. As it starts to slow down, are you going to open up the other cryo tanks?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start opening it up so that everyone can wake up. Rise and shine, everybody. We're not home yet, but I got some work for you. Is what I'd
You
say
guys.
if I remembered that the intercoms weren't broken.
So you say it into the intercom, and then you're like, no response. You have to hustle through the ship again, and then you guys both start waking up, and you see Jimmy there.
Rise and
It
shine.
must be, yeah. What are you gonna do?
It's just like, what are you? Conrad's just like, what are you doing?
We got work we can do. Turns out, got a signal. A distress signal. And I'm pretty sure that if they all had to evacuate and they didn't leave a message, they're all either dead or gone, so it's all ours. This could be the break we're looking for. Free stuff.
Conrad's kind of skeptical, but he likes the idea of free stuff, so he nods.
Oh my god, guys. Xander's not moving.
Xander!
Xander! Xander,
Yes,
say something!
I've left him in cryosleep for a reason. And that's because he doesn't need to be bothered by this bullshit. He'll come out in an hour.
Is he still? Does he have his guitar when he's also in cryo? Is my question.
I think so, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he's the end of any 80s movie, right, where they freeze frame. He's mid-riff.
So
Right.
So, let's
you
go up to
guys
the
all
cockpit.
get to the command deck.
Yeah.
And you guys drop out of FTL, and you start getting closer and closer. Very shakily, you start to get a blip on in your sensors, although it's coming in and out, but you're getting it every fifth or seventh time, and you start coming in closer and closer. And Mother says, I'm starting to get a scan. It appears to be a damaged ship, extremely damaged. Shall I pull it up on sensors?
Absolutely. Let's get the make and model of this. Any information you can get off of it that you can bounce off it, just pop it up on screen.
Come on, show us a giant horseshoe.
Conrad puts his rifle together.
Oh no, it's all dark.
So you guys are like kind of waiting as Mother begins to process. Do you guys have any sight up here?
There we go. Yep, so I see it.
Yes, it is exactly that big. You can tell by the arrows.
So what you get is this is what Mother describes. I get the silhouette, but I do not seem to have any information on its make and model. It does not seem to be emitting a proper ICC frequency.
What about what about radiation? What are you picking up? Is the reactor still good? Still running?
I I'm not picking up any incredibly dangerous reactor leaks.
Well, I'm not
Um,
asking if it's on or off.
it appears to be dead. Um, Another thing about it is it appears as if huge sections of it are missing. The first, the Let me get my color. First thing you notice is that there's a large, half broken up asteroid, or with broken pieces everywhere behind it. Uh, it looks like it kind of exploded. You see half of an engine mounted on it, and half of the ship is missing. You see there's several chunks that have just blasted away. Two of the engines are completely gone, and even part of the bridge has been destroyed. And so, while this is the image Mother first
We
displays, it
take a
says
look
this
out
is
the
my
window and
current.
just see this. It's like, oh,
Yeah, yeah, it looks extremely damaged. However, there are several access points. I do not think the docking. I don't think we're going to be able to dock with it. Or the docking umbilical. I don't think we'll
yes.
be able to use the docking umbilical.
Well, go ahead and keep it steady, and we'll go ahead and prep for an EVA. Take proper maneuvers while I set this up. And I'll turn around and go, well, I still don't trust you, Max, to go out in space and risk your life. And I don't trust you, Conrad, to go out in space and do anything for me.
Another
But we
lecture.
do have 3 spare suits, and I have mine. Uh, and I want to know what's on here.
I
Because
suppose the
if
thing
they
to
got
do
any
then would
extra
be
cargo,
to,
that's pure money. And everything else is ours.
the thing to do then would be to go over there and look and leave us all alone on the ship by ourselves.
I
Yeah.
I cannot. Mother beeps you. I cannot detect the exact point of the distress signal. There seems to be too many levels of background radiation, and our sensors appear to no longer be able to search. Appears to no longer have any of those settings. Something about the recent
Hmm.
fires. Um,
Well, that's
but
alright.
you might be able to detect while you're closer up.
Give me a quick impression. Like, how long and large is this ship? Like, is it about the same size as ours?
Yeah, it's about the same size.
Okay, so we could
And
easily
then
go ahead and search through it. It's not gonna be like days trawling through a wreck or something.
yeah, it won't take an entire day. Um, or it depends really on your air and power supplies for all your equipment.
Right. Well, as you mentioned before, we got plenty of air. We got some food. Um, all we gotta do is explore. Uh, and of course, as I've said before, Mother is locked to me, and no one else gets to commandeer the ship except Xander under special circumstance.
God
Hmm.
forbid we have somebody on board who's good at programming and computers.
Well, if you get around it, I'm not letting you leave me behind on this ship.
Did you see Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
All right.
They'll be pulled along.
So what skill is it for like maneuvering in 0G? Is that also still piloting if you're in a spacesuit?
I think it might be mobility.
Yeah. I'm trying to think like what's the procedure here for this ship? We have our towing cable. That at least gives us a point of contact. We won't swivel off into space off of it. And
Yeah.
also we can guide ourselves along it too and be relatively safe.
So you could grab it with your crane and basically have your ship docked like that. At
Yeah.
that point, you could probably send an umbilical cord and connect it manually, like if you're in the spacesuit inside of it.
hmm Uh, Conrad, go ahead and just keep your gun put your gun back together, why not? But that doesn't work in space because you do need oxygen. Just so you know. But I'm going to be very nice to you today, and I'm going to loan you out my good spacesuit that actually has armor padded exteriors in case something decides to blow up.
Thanks. And Conrad takes a spacesuit and like changes into it and neatly places his real suit.
Well, and I guess one more question. On these spacesuits, do they have like a jetpack for like micromaneuvers or anything? If you get flung out into space, how doomed is Conrad going to be?
I don't know about that. I actually that's probably a more alien cinematic universe.
Mm.
I don't know.
I would guess there'd be
I
at
can't
least
remember
magnetic
from.
boots or gloves or something to that
Yeah,
extent to prevent
there's
it.
magnetic boots and hand and gloves, but I don't think there's microjets.
Right, so as
I
long as
mean,
we're above it and it's secured, you should be safe, Conrad. Just, don't go flying into space.
I'll try.
So what are you gonna have Conrad do?
Conrad can
everything, it
take
sounds
my
like.
good spacesuit. I'm going to lock on with the crane. Conrad will go ahead and do an EVA.
All right. Wait, you're going into the EV. Are you saying emergency? You even have the emergency evac vehicle?
No, when I say
Oh,
EVA, I meant going outside
oh,
of
you
the
mean
ship on a
Yeah,
space.
oh
like
yeah,
a
yeah. Um, do you guys want to link up
Extravehicular
with
activities.
your? Do you want to link up with your ship's umbilical cord, or are you just gonna spacewalk across?
Well, the ship's already said that we can't really dock with the umbilical here.
If you could try to like do something like extend it out and use heavy machinery to try to attach it to one of like just to attach it to the vessel.
Yeah, okay. So I'll go ahead and get into one of the other spacesuits, and I will make sure to go through with the heavy machinery to make this happen so that Conrad can get to and from very safely.
Okay. So you guys extend that out. You've connected to the crane. You're kind of waiting inside as it makes its way across, and you get close. Um, you manage to get to the side of the hole. Make a heavy machinery check to try to secure it.
Okay. And this, I believe the maintenance jack actually should be able to help out with.
Yep.
None.
So it's probably the rocking from space currents. But you try to hook it up and secure it, and it keeps busting off and floating free.
I'm not sure this is gonna really hold here, Conrad.
all right. Conrad's not connected yet, right?
No. I guess if you're spacewalking, you could just do it over the crane.
Right, I'm gonna recommend you
Okay.
maybe go ahead and do that, and if I can get this settled before you get back, you'll have a safe way back onto the ship. Otherwise, you're gonna have to do another leap of faith like that.
So where exactly are you going to want to like you're standing on the hull of this ship. Where do you want to enter? And you're going alone, and where do you want to is that correct? You're going to be the lone one crossing?
Yeah, I guess it's just me.
Where do you want to enter? You see there's gaps by the head of the ship, some like all through the looks like the whole side, and part of the engine patch is ripped off. What would you like to do?
Um, I'll enter the far left.
It's like on the bridge.
Yeah.
All right, so and you've entered the the bridge. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do here. Here is the rough layout of the bridge, and this is the oh, there's no.
There's a nice big hole there, so it's easy to get in. There you go.
Oh, can you guys see that? Yeah. So this is the large hole in the side. I guess I drew it on the wrong layer, but you see there's a large hole in there, and several of the consoles have been destroyed and are still like still there. See, there's wires lying exposed everywhere. You do see that this door here at the very back is sealed, and it looks like a blast door has closed.
All right. He's gonna go to the comm station and see if he could try to open the door.
All right. You go to the door. It beeps at you. Pressure difference. It doesn't want to open to space.
All right. um,
It's
so
giving you an error.
okay. So are we smuggling like some parts of the ship? Is that the plan? Or
This is Jimmy here, over. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and check that life support monitor there. Over.
all right. All right. Conrad goes and checks out the life support
You gotta end your
So it
statement with over.
over.
So the console flickers very briefly and dies. It appears like it does not have enough juice to doesn't have a power supply, so it doesn't show any readings.
Get whatever you can working in there. Just gather up some information. Figure out what this ship is, who owned it, what they're hauling.
All right, over. Conrad goes over to the command station and sees if he could find anything designating the ship's background.
You see, there is a name on the captain's station, and it says the ICC Immortal.
ICC Immortal. What's that, over?
A cool ass name, that's what it is, over.
So Mother reacts, the ICC Immortal, checking my databanks. A few minutes, and he goes, Jimmy, the ICC Immortal is a ship that was reported missing over 15 years ago. It was a deep space miner, prospectors.
15 years ago. Yeah, I think it's safe to say everyone here is dead, over.
So we just gotta get out of here.
Well, we gotta go ahead and do a little scrounging to see if there's anything valuable first. If they got some minerals here that they dug up, take it with us. We get their last haul, if they have one. Maybe that's why why the incident with this asteroid happened. Maybe they got too close and made a piloting error.
All right. Conrad looks at the command station and sees if there's any way that he can access or go look at other parts of the ship.
All right. It seems like this is kind of a dead end in terms of this part of the ship, but you could climb out the hole. If you can't get this door open,
All right.
it looks like you have to go the long way.
Oh, all right. So we'll go to the middle entrance.
So here is actually, now that you've Jimmy had pinged, and he says, "This I do have the last remaining floor plan of the ICC Immortal. Would you be interested in it?"
Yeah, go ahead and throw it up over on monitor number 3.
So here is the map. I've just kind of revealed everything. This is the floor plan as it was when it left the station. All those damage marks are the old missing parts that you can visually see, but
Oh yeah, there's
All
a number on
right, I see.
everything here.
and so most of the holes, like some of the individual holes are connected, like that big hole on the right. That's all one hole that just covers multiple levels.
Yeah, this is a nice big dungeon for us to explore, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All by
Conrad, do you want to
myself.
throw it? Yeah,
Over.
Conrad, do you want to throw out your miniature? You were on
Alright.
or your character sheet. You were over here last.
So I'm there now.
Yeah, that works. So where would you like to go next?
Conrad, let's see. I'll check out.
The nearest hole would be this one, but the largest hole is the one on the far side that can reach multiple levels.
Yeah, he's gonna fly over to the storage.
Where's that?
The storage by the stairwell.
Can you ping it? Oh, right there. So you clamber over alongside the hole with your magnetic gloves, and you see that's a room that's half open to the void, and the door there is shut as well.
Won't open.
It appears to have no power, and it's kind of jammed. You could try to get it open. It would require a good feat of strength.
All right. What about the corporate suite over here?
That door is, it appears to be halfway open. But you could probably squeeze through.
All right. So Conrad does squeeze through here.
All right, so you get in and you see there's two blast doors right there that appear to be shut.
All right. Conrad's gonna try to break through this one. Actually, he's gonna try to go this way.
What are you going to do to break through the blast door?
Let's see. I guess there's a lot going on here. Where do you think we should go, Jimmy?
Well, looking at the damage in the schematics and comparing them, it looks like those cryo chambers look like they're pretty untouched. If there's any chance any of them are alive, it might be there.
I was thinking more about raiding and stealing all the stuff in here, but
Oh yeah,
sure.
I mean for sure. Go check out the med lab, the science lab, whatever tickles your fancy here. Quite honestly.
Thanks. Yeah, I was.
Oh, they got an
looking-
armory up there. I wonder if
looking
they
into
actually have anything stored. Oh, the cargo base. Well, both of them are open to space. I think everything's probably gone.
Well, the armory might be a good place to go.
Yeah. Could also check out the vehicle bay, see if maybe they have a shuttle or not. If we can repair our hangar bay while we're here and steal their shuttle, then that's all the better for us.
Is the vehicle bay like up at the
You can actually get to it through the same hole you just got into the ship from.
That's true. I think Conrad might slip through into the vehicle bay.
All right, move on over there.
All right.
Yeah, you pass by the cargo bay on the way, maybe see something
Yes,
there or not.
Like you climb to the end of the hole and kind of drop down onto this catwalk where there's a vehicle bay. There's large crates slammed over on their side, and it's open on the far side. Almost the entire far side is open to space. And you see like several things floating through the chamber.
But there's some pretty decent amount of large crates.
Yeah, there's a decent
All
number.
right. Can he like inspect one of them?
Yeah, you see there are just several pieces of, I mean, you're seeing several large crates with all different various things on it.
All right. How would we get these on the ship?
Very carefully. We got the salvage crane, though.
Yeah, the exact mechanics is essentially you'll use your salvage crane. Like if there's nothing here and nothing dangerous, essentially, then you're free to just use your salvage crane and convert it into machine parts and electronics.
Say, while you're down there, I noticed that there's a vehicle parts storage and equipment shed. If they got any spare parts in there, we could probably just shove those straight over and get to work already.
Yeah. All right. So I'm assuming. Let's see. How do I get into this vehicle parts?
The access actually will let you into it.
Oh, okay. That's easy. All right.
Alrighty, pressurized. So what does it care?
Is there some stuff in here?
Yeah, there's certainly parts, pieces,
right.
and
All right.
anything.
So we've got some stuff, Jimmy. Over.
All right. Well, I think if anything else, we've at least hit the jackpot. We'll go ahead and keep up on this, but I'm going to make sure Xander's awake, and he'll probably join you over there shortly. Over.
Yeah.
Right.
Now might be a good time to. You found all this cool stuff, and you've just discovered this derelict building. It might be a good time to call it now.
Yeah.
And
explore
next week,
time.
Xander. Yeah, and explore it all next time. Time to do experience.
Yeah.
So, everyone gets 1 experience point for participating.
Hooray.
Did anyone do anything to risk or sacrifice something to further your own personal agenda?
Yes,
Yes.
I stole a
I-
gun.
I'm gonna say probably, yeah. I took my own personal risk to make sure that we could get back up into space again.
By the way, this sounds like it's something that the entire group discusses, and the entire group either agrees or disagrees.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What about you two? It would mean actually saying what it is, though, because I don't think I know what either
Yeah.
of yours is.
So I stole a gun. I'm greedy for power and never miss an opportunity to get ahead.
That is actually true. You basically
yeah.
you stuck out
That's
and you have our first automatic weapon. Congratulations. Jimmy's not exactly gonna wrestle it off of you. I say you get it.
He's that one militaristic guy that's just on the verge of breaking.
And Theta, do you want to share or you want to keep your secret?
I'm not gonna share if it's a everyone discuss sort of thing. No one gives you anything to do, so explore, try things out, make your own entertainment.
You definitely did that today. You caused the whole panic alarm for entertainment.
All right, so it sounds like everyone got that there. Did anyone risk their life for their buddy PC?
I dragged Sandra's mannequin from one place to another.
I mean, I think I did.
I'm
knows
literally
what
in space right now, on the verge of breaking off and never returning. So
Yeah, your relationship is with Max. You two have definitely been working well together. I definitely would give it to you.
Yeah, I agree there.
This was a
Max-
high
So-
risk messing around with people with guns.
That's very true. Did anyone stand up or challenge your rival?
Conrad, what are you doing?
yeah, I fought Xander.
I've definitely chosen to put Conrad straight into danger after this. I'm gonna say, yeah, I got back at Conrad a little.
That makes sense.
You
You go explore the ship on your own.
Conrad
Does
just went.
trying to tie him to the bed count?
You've tried to steal my gun multiple times.
I would
think
say
it
yes.
counts.
I would say yes.
Even your adventure is a headache for me. So.
So, no one made a panic roll.
Mhm.
Did anyone overcome a dangerous event using violent or non-violent means?
Yeah, we definitely did. We overcame like the general hazard scenario on the planet after the comet, and these two managed to get around the whole facility. With the rest
That's
of the
one for you
communists.
guys. Did you perform an extraordinary action of any kind? And you didn't do anything miraculous?
I kept everyone safe while driving them around the entire time. Not a single time did that vehicle tip over or get damaged or anything, despite all the reckless, stupid stuff I did with it.
I say that counts.
I found a bay full of ship parts.
So yeah, and you guys have earned money. You found this derelict ship. So that's another one.
Yeah, perfect.
All right.
Love
Awesome.
money.
Thank you guys for playing. Thanks everyone for watching.
Thanks for running.
Unfortunate we missed out on Cody, but hopefully we'll see him soon.
He's got the adventure coming up, so this is going to be good for him, I think.
Yeah. All right. See you guys.
See you
Bye.
next time. Then to actually hit the stop stream button.